unfortunately, to
Just do a video.
Balmoral. He had to cancel an event this evening.
Queen
He
has
was due to
died,
be with his
everyone.
wife, Meghan, because they're in the UK at the moment. But it seems as if he arrived after the point at which his grandmother has passed, and knowing how close he was to her, despite leaving the royal family in
Reminds me of my
a very
nan.
difficult set of circumstances, I think he will be, feel that very deeply, that he was unable to get to.
You feel sad about it all?
Yeah.
Jonathan, it's a moment of history for this country. Your reflections, given your closeness and the way that you've studied this family over so many years.
Very sad.
It is a moment of history. It's an extraordinary day. It's a day which we knew would come. It's a day.
Oh, he looks old now, doesn't he, Jonathan?
A
Didn't he?
surprise, therefore, but still a shock that she's no longer there. She was born in 1926.
She was nearly 100.
The world has changed. This country has dramatically changed, and she presided.
You think there'd be no mobile phones back then? No Sky TV.
Touched me, because I, like everyone else,
no computers.
My own feelings mean that I feel a powerful sense of loss, and I can talk about her, and I can talk about.
Yeah, I felt that earlier when I saw it on my phone.
Something has gone.
I felt really upset.
She was presiding in two roles, not only as head of state.
Last time I felt like that was when Diana died.
But also in some way as the head of a. It's not the head of obviously her own family. It's incredibly touching to hear those junior members talking about what they.
Junior members.
It's so lovely. It's lovely. And you think of the little human moments, Paddington Bear. For me, it was just the most wonderful moment this summer. But the head of state role was incredibly important, nationally, internationally, and as the Queen around the world. As a family head, this country's been going through tumultuous times, latterly particularly, but there have been great upheavals in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, right the way through.
She's done very well, didn't she? She's got all her makeup on and everything.
Black and white screen.
Yeah.
And then you see that over that.
She's always impeccably dressed.
It wasn't so much for me that she was serene, it was that she was gracious, that she cared. Anyone, whatever their views politically.
It's a good job she didn't have dementia or anything like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
She wouldn't be able to do all that if she had dementia.
She's solid. That was very, very important.
Well, she just appointed the new Prime Minister 2 days ago. She was
expressing public
dying.
compassion.
I didn't think she was dying.
And it was such a fine
I did, as soon as it come up on my phone earlier. As soon as it said she was ill, I had a feeling.
Dead, 2 days ago.
No, earlier when I was heading to Birmingham, about 2 o'clock. I didn't know she died, but I just had a feeling that she's not going to be around for much longer.
Meeting more heads of state, more senior.
I did a few months ago as well. I had a feeling she wouldn't be around much longer. On the Monarch, when it was the Platinum Jubilee, I was thinking it then. I just had a feeling she won't be around much longer.
A number of organisations in this country of which she was patron. Her ability to walk through streets. There was a time, soon after a terrible IRA bombing in London, when there was a question mark about whether she should do the walkabout.
IRA, God, that must be a long time ago. I don't remember that.
She did the walkabouts. That wasn't the only occasion where she'd been advised not to go, and she said, "I'm going to go." She was no cipher. She was her own person. Of course, when she was speaking for the government, she spoke within the guidelines that the government presented, but we saw glimpses of her, and you're right.
She was tough.
To straddle the line between being someone we recognise as a real human being, who we know loved her family and who loved her in return, on the one hand.
That's her cousin, I think.
So astonishing in her public role over so
that man
long
there?
a period.
Yeah, in the red, he's her
never
cousin.
Putting a foot wrong. We saw her with Mandela in Northern Ireland in 2013. 2013? I may be wrong with the year, I can be corrected.
He famously called her Elizabeth. They were on first name terms.
Yes, but he did. But in Ireland, she played a critical role in restoring relations. She was there, head of state was there, Mary McNally, and she started